What is going on, everyone? How are we doing today? It is April 7th, 2026, and today I'm going to be going over today's price action. The one trade I took absolutely smacked the short, and then also the other opportunity, which happened later in the day, which is another beautiful setup. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Before I get into the actual trade, this is the Discord server. This is the daily buy. This is where I post every single morning my pre-market analysis, what I think is going to happen for the day. And today you can clearly see I was leaning bearish. Why? The strong V-shaped move, the inverse of the 1 hour. We had amazing draws below us. All right, so coming into the day, this is what our hourly time frame looks like. As you can see, we don't really have a ton of draws above us. If we were on the 4-hour chart, we do have this 4-hour intermediate high, which is our next major draw to the upside. However, that is very far. That is what, like 550 points away. So on the hourly chart, actually back on the 4-hour chart, we did have this 4-hour intermediate low, which we are currently trading inside of this 4-hour bullish gap, right? So I guess you can say when price is up here, we definitely want to retrace into this and then maybe we could continue upwards. However, that is a long-term play. We are still very far away. For now, I would like to take shorts down to this area. And if we go in the hourly time frame, what can we see? We have an hourly bullish gap, or sorry, an hourly bearish gap. And inside of this gap, we have an intermediate high. Now, intermediate highs are one of my favorite draws, especially with my model. I definitely target intermediate highs and intermediate lows a lot. As you can see on my chart, I have a ton of these areas marked out. These are all incredible draws. Right now, we are right here. We created this hourly intermediate high. And what I want to see price do is retrace, tap this intermediate high, and then take shorts down to this hour intermediate low, right? These are our clear major draws. We also have this major sell side liquidity, which is a swing low, which could be our break even point or something if we were to enter a trade. And yeah, this is just like the main idea. This is how I see the markets. This is what I want to see happen. I'm always painting a narrative, making a story on what I want to see price do before I actually enter. And yeah, so knowing my daily bias is going to be slightly bearish as of now, what I would like to see market do is open higher, tap this, and give us our sweep to the downside, give us this target of this hour intermediate low. If we ended up going lower, I could definitely see price tapping this hour intermediate low and then respecting this gap and continuing up. Or I could see if we really, really were bearish from all the geopolitical news and the Trump war news at 8 p.m., we could have even dumped all the way down to this 4-hour intermediate low and then taken longs off of that. So those are the three trade ideas, right? Open high, take shorts, and if we open lower, I would take a long space on this. So on the minute time frame, we are at 9:29, 1 minute before market opens. And as you can see, at 9:30, we completely wick higher and we take out this intermediate high, which is at this point right here. So from this, I would have loved to see more displacement, not just a wick. I would have loved to see a higher candle close, and that way we can get pure displacement and pure conviction that price is going to go lower. However, we just ended up wicking really high. That's still fine. I'm still looking for shorts. And what ends up happening is we just create a huge candle to the downside. Nothing yet, right? We do have this bearish gap, which honestly means absolutely nothing, right? We don't have anything. I mean, there is this gap right here in these 1 minute gaps. I think there was also a 5 minute. No, there wasn't. It was just a 1 minute. However, I'm not longing from this at all. I have no bullish intentions whatsoever as of now. So just completely ignoring this. The only reason I pointed that out is because I saw some people take it. They're like, oh, the 9:30 Judah swing or 9:30 whatever. They love to take moves off the first minute of the market. And whenever there's an inverse fair value gap or a fair value gap that may happen to get inversed, they like instantly jump the gun and want to take it. No, you should be patient. Wait a little, you know. You don't have to make a first trade in 30 seconds to open market. We come up and then we end up displacing down and we do create this fair value gap. Now, this is important because we did have this original move, which left the hourly intermediate high. And now we are simply just retracing back up, creating an entry opportunity. And now we are going to take a short if we get displacement through. And what ends up happening, we displace completely through that very cleanly. Short position right here, I had my stop at the wick of the candle, and then I had my take profit at the hour intermediate low, which is exactly the point I wanted to see price go to. And if we play the trade out, as you can see, we hit a banger trade. Now, a lot of people got broke even on this trade. A lot of people want to break even either at this swing low or, yeah, I believe it was that major swing low, which is a great break even point. Price tapped it, and then actually on this entry, like we're literally just edged our break even. So if you did get break even on it, it sucks, but it's better than losing. But that was the overall trade idea, right? We exactly planned it. We exactly said how we were going to go from the morning, from the pre-market analysis. Short-term bearish, we had this bearish gap with the intermediate high. We want to see price take this out and take it to this intermediate low. And that's exactly what price did. We 930, we manipulated up, tapped this, created a resweep, a retrace up, created a 1 minute inversion for value gap, and took shorts off of that. Now, I know a lot of people got break even on this because of this point. That's just unfortunate. You know, you can't just always like surpass your break even points. But in this trade, we ended up in this trade, we ended up holding and we got it, right? Super nice risk reward, 2.32. Beautiful, beautiful trade. Taking this every single day of the week. Now, this brings me to the second opportunity, which I was talking about. Remember in the intro, what did I say? If we open higher, I want to take shorts down to the hour intermediate low. Or if we open lower, I either want to see us come to this low and take longs, or we could even drop down all the way to this low and take longs. What did we end up doing? We ended up opening higher. We took this draw, took our profit, and then price continued down. Now at this point, I already got off the charts. Yeah, 11 o'clock. So I'm not usually trading during this time, but we had another beautiful, beautiful, beautiful setup that presented itself. We tapped into the bullish gap, the 4 hour intermediate low, swept that out, and we ended up just completely reversing. As you can see, if you would have had this fair value gap after tapping into here, we would have had our entry right here because this first candle did not close over and close on the 15 but not the 5. However, that's fine. Stop loss at the wick of the candle, but in this case, I think the most logical target was this 15-minute intermediate high. As you can see, we created 15-minute bearish for value gap, and then we ended up resweeping up. We created this intermediate high, and that would have been my target if I would have taken this trade, right? We had our inverse fair value gap on the same exact manipulation leg that took us down to this 4 hour intermediate low, closed above, and then we had an entry. Or actually, no, I don't think this one did close above on the 5 minute exactly. No, it didn't. It did on the 15 though. But even if you were to hold this and you entered on the next candle, which is right here, stop loss at the wick or stop loss at the body of the candle and take profit at that 15-minute intermediate high. And look, 1.26 RR trade, perfect, perfect, perfect. Everything went smoothly on the setup. I did not take this, however, I was monitoring it and it just looked absolutely beautiful. I'm jealous of anyone who took this. And then after that, I believe price just kept ripping up. Yeah, now it's today and we ripped up a little and now we're just consolidating. We're probably going to have big moves at 8 p.m. tonight because that is the deadline that Trump gave Iran for the whole peace deal and everything. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole video. That was that one short setup I took, and then the other beautiful long, which is later on in the day. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, follow, whatever it is. Anything will be appreciated. All the support means so much to me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.